Fairview Middle School National Geographic Bee. Today's contest is part of the National Geographic Bee nationwide contest. The students here today have competed in grade level bees and finished in the top 10 in their grade levels. Congratulations on your success. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the people who make competitions like this possible in our school. Our leaders, Mr. Schrader, Ms. Sullivan, and Ms. McCullough. Ms. Sullivan, stand up for us. I'd also like to thank the many other people who make an occasion like this possible. Your social studies faculty at Fairview Middle gave time from their classes to hold the the National Geographic Bees in their rooms. If you're a social studies faculty, would you please stand up? We have 3 of them here today. Also, Mr. Boyat is loaning us his space today very graciously. And not only is he giving his space, he's also doing the lights and the sound. Mr. Boyat, stand up. Last but not least, Ms. Kirkendall and Ms. Sissy are randomly choosing the questions for you to answer. And just like the seating arrangement up here, I took the questions and cut them up and stuck them in these envelopes. Ms. Sissy showed them. And so they're just going to pull them out at random, so I don't know what question you're getting, and the order you're sitting in doesn't make any difference. Okay, so it's trying to be as fair as possible. Our moderators for today, the people who are going to read you the questions, are Ms. Sullivan, Ms. Vaughn, and Ms. Larry. All right, to begin with, that microphone is the one that the students will use. I would like for you at this point just to stand up. You don't have to go to the microphone, and just introduce yourselves. Would you start us off, Hunter? Oh, you can just stay at your seat, buddy. Okay. Loud.
My name is Alec Norman.
My name is Brett Chapman.
My name is Emma Weir.
Austin Anderson.
My name is Spencer Quinones.
My name is James Wilbert.
Jack
Okay.
Madden.
My name is Anthony Austin. I'm Violet Boy. Alex Bush.
My name's Ethan Stewart.
My name is William Cozen. Emily Sullivan. My name is Whit Jibbers.
My name is Sam. My name is Katie Rose.
My name is Laurie Strong. My name is Tyler Clark. Kelsey Bassett.
Anakin King.
Courtney Bird.
Dylan Wardo. My name is Jack.
Thank you, students. Okay, students, you will be asked questions about the geography of the U.S. and the world. These are divided into 7 different categories. At the beginning of each round, we will tell you the name of the category. This is a double elimination contest, which means you get to have 2 wrong answers before you're eliminated. You can ask to have the question repeated 1 time. You have 15 seconds to give your answer. The first answer that you give is the only one that we can judge. Okay, do you have any questions about that? Great. Think carefully before you speak. Okay, we've got 15 seconds. And speak clearly and loud. Well, Mr. Boyette says not to speak loudly, but speak clearly into the microphone. Once you are eliminated, I want you to go down to this area over here and just watch the rest of the competition, okay? So the only people who will remain on stage are the ones who are still in the competition. Any questions? Okay, we are ready to begin with round 1. Ms. Vaughn?
This question has choices.
Which state receives more average rainfall? Wyoming or Oregon?
Oregon.
That is correct. This question does not have choices. Paddlers can see marine animals on the Kitsap Peninsula Water Trail. This trail travels through parts of the Puget Sound located in which Pacific state? Okay. The correcting time is up. The correct answer is Washington. This question does not have choices. Which state includes the Pacific Islands of Oahu and Maui?
Hawaii.
That is correct. This does not have choices. You can explore a stretch of the mighty Mississippi River near the Twin Cities by visiting the Mississippi National River and Recreation Area Water Trail. This trail is located in which state that borders North Dakota?
Mississippi.
Say it again.
Mississippi.
That is incorrect. It is Minnesota. This question does have choices. Which state has a larger population? Georgia or Connecticut?
Georgia.
That is correct. This question does not have choices. You can see wildlife and historical landmarks along the Missouri National Recreation River Water Trail. This trail is located on the border between South Dakota and which other state?
Kansas.
That is incorrect. It is Nebraska. This one does have choices. Which state borders Lake Michigan? Virginia or Illinois?
Illinois.
That is correct. This does not have choices. The Black Canyon Water Trail is located along a rugged section of the Colorado River on the border between Arizona and which other state?
Nevada.
That is correct. This question does not have choices. The Red Rock Water Trail, located along Lake Red Rock, features rocky cliffs and bluffs. This trail is located in which state that borders Nebraska? Yes. Say again. The Red Rock Water Trail, located along Lake Red Rock, features rocky cliffs and bluffs. This trail is located in which state that borders Nebraska? It is incorrect. It is Iowa. This question does have choices. Which state is located east of the Rocky Mountains? Washington or Nebraska?
Washington.
That is incorrect. It is Nebraska. This question has choices. Which state is the leading producer of oil and natural gas? Texas or Missouri?
Texas.
That is correct. question does not have choices. The Huron River Water Trail provides 104 miles of inland paddling in which state that borders Lake Huron?
Missouri.
That is incorrect. It is Michigan. This does not have choices. Canoers paddling down the Hudson River Greenway Water Trail can see historic sites and wildlife marshes. This water trail is located in which state that borders Vermont?
Maine.
That is incorrect. It is New York. This question does have choices. Which state has a smaller population? New York or Wyoming?
Wyoming.
That is correct. This question does have choices. Mauna Loa is a large shield volcano located in which state? Hawaii or Colorado?
Hawaii.
That is correct. This question does not have choices. Which state is bordered by Lake Superior and North Dakota?
South Dakota.
That is incorrect. It is Minnesota. This does not have choices. Tampa and Miami are cities in which state that borders Alabama?
Florida.
That is correct. This question does have choices. Which state is part of New England? Maryland or Rhode Island?
Maryland.
That is incorrect. It is Rhode Island. This question does have choices. A hurricane is more likely to make landfall in which state? Mississippi or Vermont?
Mississippi.
That is correct. This question does have choices. Key West is a resort city located on an island chain that is part of which state? Rhode Island or Florida?
Florida.
That is correct. This question does not have choices. Kayakers can see crawfish and alligators along the Bayou Teche paddle trail. This trail is located in which state that borders the Gulf of Mexico?
Louisiana.
That is correct. This question does not have choices. Coyotes and bald eagles are among the wildlife that visitors can see on the Willamette River Trail. This trail is located in which state that borders California?
Oregon.
Say it again.
Oregon.
That is correct, Oregon. This question does have choices. Toledo and Dayton are cities in which state? Ohio or Maine?
Maine.
That is incorrect. It is Ohio. This does have choices. Which state has more lakes? Minnesota or Idaho?
Minnesota.
Correct. This question does not have choices. Sacramento Valley and San Joaquin Valley are both located in which state?
California.
Correct. This does not have choices. Corpus Christi and Houston are cities in which state that borders Oklahoma?
Texas.
Correct. This does not have choices. Which state is bordered by Lake Erie and Kentucky?
Michigan.
That is incorrect. It is Ohio.
Thank you, Ms. Dawn.
Round 2. To swim at Pensacola Beach and watch the Buccaneers play football in Tampa, you would travel to which state? It does have choices. Minnesota or Florida? Florida. That is correct. This question does not have choices. Of course, she says. If you visited the Salmon River Mountains in the counties of Valley, Custer, and Limhi, you would be in which state? Oh, it does have choices. Arizona or Idaho? Idaho. That is correct. This question does have choices. To see where Henry Ford built his first automobile and to vacation on the Upper Peninsula, you would travel to which state? Indiana or Michigan? Indiana. That is incorrect. The correct answer is Michigan. This question does have choices. If you hike to Springer Mountain, the southern end of the Appalachian Trail, you would be in which state? Arkansas or Georgia?
Arkansas.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Georgia.
Emma, I'm sorry, which one?
This question does have choices. If you visited the Civil Rights Memorial Center in Montgomery and Tuskegee University, you would be in which state? Alabama or Maryland?
Alabama.
That is correct. This question does have choices. If you wanted to visit Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument and go sailing on Puget Sound, you would travel to which state? Washington or South Dakota? South Dakota. That is incorrect. The correct answer is Washington. This question does have choices. Which mid-Atlantic state would you visit to see the old State House in Dover? South Carolina or Delaware? Delaware. That is correct. This question does have choices. To visit Hot Springs National Park and the Buffalo National River, you would travel to which state? Arkansas or Rhode Island? Arkansas. That is correct. This question does have choices. The city of Nashville, located on the Cumberland River, is home to the Grand Ole Opry in which state? Tennessee or Kentucky?
Tennessee.
That is correct. This question does have choices. If you climb Mount Elbert and Mount Massive, both more than 14,000 feet tall, you would be in which state? Colorado or Massachusetts?
Colorado.
That is correct. This question does have choices. Badlands National Park is located east of the Black Hills in which state? South Dakota or Mississippi?
Mississippi.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is South Dakota. This question does have choices. To see maple sap being harvested and go skiing in the Green Mountains, you would travel to which state? Oregon or Vermont?
Vermont.
That is correct. This question does have choices. Which state would you visit to drive across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and walk on the boardwalk at Ocean City? Maryland or Georgia?
Maryland.
That is correct. This question does have choices. To which state would you travel to see the historic Battle Road between Concord and Lexington? Massachusetts or Kansas?
Massachusetts.
That is correct. This question does have choices. To which state would you travel to visit the Jean-Louis National Historic Park in Acadia Parish? Ohio or Louisiana?
Louisiana.
That is correct. This question does have choices. To sell off Madeline Island in Lake Superior and Chambers Island in Green Bay, you would visit which state? Ohio or Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
That is correct. This question does have choices. If you wanted to see the Hot Air Balloon Festival in Albuquerque and visit the Acoma Pueblo, you would travel to which state? California or New Mexico?
New Mexico.
That is correct. This question does have choices. To see caribou, humpback whales, and brown bears, you would travel to which state that borders the Bering Sea? Oregon or Alaska?
Alaska.
That is correct. This question does have choices. To visit the homes of writers Harriet Beecher Stowe and Mark Twain, you would travel to Hartford in which state? Connecticut or Wyoming?
Connecticut.
That is correct. This question does have choices. Which state would you visit to ride the Ferris wheel on Navy Pier and see President Abraham Lincoln's home in Springfield? Illinois or Nebraska?
Illinois.
That is correct. This question does have choices. To stroll the San Antonio Riverwalk or watch the Cowboys play football near Dallas, you would travel to which state? Montana or Texas?
Texas.
That is correct. This question does have choices. Which state would you visit to swim in the Lake of the Ozarks and climb the Gateway Arch in St. Louis? Oklahoma or Missouri?
Oklahoma.
That is incorrect. Correct answer is Missouri. This question does have choices. To which state would you travel to visit historic Mount Vernon and explore caverns in the Shenandoah Valley? Rhode Island or Virginia?
Virginia.
That is correct. This question does have choices. To visit Jackson Hole and climb Devil's Tower, you would travel to which state? North Dakota or Wyoming?
Wyoming.
That is correct. This question does have choices. To see Mount Hood and visit Lewis and Clark College, you would travel to which state? Maryland or Oregon?
Maryland.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Oregon. This question does have choices. To view colorful rock formation in Canyonlands National Park and Bryce Canyon National Park, you would travel to which state? Hawaii or Utah?
Utah.
That is correct. This question does have choices. To visit Carson Sink in Lake Tahoe, you would travel to which state? Nevada or North Carolina?
North Carolina.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Nevada.
Round 3.
question does not have choices. Which wildflower grows in Great Smoky Mountains National Park on the border of North Carolina and Tennessee? Oh, I'm lying, it does have choices. Desert sage or flowering dogwood?
Flowering dogwood.
That is correct. This question has choices. Which reptile makes its home near the caves in Kentucky's Mammoth Cave National Park? The snapping turtle or desert tortoise?
The snapping turtle.
That is correct. This question has choices. The tide pools at Acadia National Park in Maine are home to which animal? Sea stars or giant squid?
Sea stars.
That is correct. This question also has choices. Which animal roams the slopes of Lassen Volcanic National Park in California? The black bear or the polar bear?
The black bear.
That is correct. This question has choices. Which plant can be found in the arid climate of Big Bend National Park in Texas? Yucca or mountain maple?
Mountain maple.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is yucca. This has choices. Visitors to Shenandoah National Park in Virginia enjoy seeing which plant in bloom? Sequoia or mountain laurel?
Mountain coral.
That is correct. This question has choices. Visitors can see which large animal at Badlands National Park in South Dakota? Bighorn sheep or hippopotamus?
Hippopotamus.
That is correct. The correct answer is bighorn sheep. This question has choices. Everglades National Park in Florida is home to which endangered species? Manatee or grizzly bear?
Manatee.
That is correct. This question has choices. Crater Lake National Park in Oregon includes which natural feature? Caldera or coral reef?
Caldera.
That is correct. This question has choices. The rugged landscapes of the gates of the Arctic National Park in Alaska are home to a large herd of which animal? Alpacas or caribou?
Caribou.
That is correct. This question has choices. Which feature can be found at the summit of Mauna Loa in Hawaii Volcanoes National Park? Drumlin or cinder cone? That is incorrect. The correct answer is cinder cone. This question has choices. The features and shapes in Wind Cave National Park in South Dakota are formed when water erodes which kind of surrounding rock? Granite or limestone?
Limestone.
That is correct. This question has choices. Pinnacles National Park in California takes its name from rock features that form from which natural hazard? Tornado or volcanic eruption?
Volcanic eruption.
That is correct. This question has choices. At Hot Springs National Park in Arkansas, visitors can bathe in spring water that has been warmed by what layer of the earth? The crust or the mantle?
The mantle.
Correct. This question has choices. Which purple wildflower is common in Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado? Lupine or poinsettia?
Poinsettia.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is lupine. This question has choices. Visitors to Isle Royale National Park in Michigan often get the chance to see which animal? Jaguar or moose?
Moose.
Correct. This question has choices. Zion National Park in Utah includes many cliffs that expose what reddish type of sedimentary rock? Obsidian or sandstone?
Sandstone?
Correct. This question is choices. Which flowering plant can be found on the slopes of Haleakala National Park in Hawaii? A geranium or aspen?
Geranium.
That is correct. This question has choices. Hikers in Arches National Park in Utah keep an eye out for which venomous animal? Alligator or rattlesnake? That is correct. This question has choices. Which bird feeds on fish in Cuyahoga Valley National Park in Ohio? The bald eagle or the toucan?
The bald eagle.
That's correct. At Guadalupe Mountains National Park in Texas, visitors can see what kind of imprints in rocks? Hieroglyphics or fossils?
Fossils.
That is correct. This question has choices. Which climate type is found in Great Basin National Park in Nevada? Mediterranean or arid?
Arid.
Correct. Mount Rainier National Park in Washington is home to which animal that lives in coniferous forests? The pine marten or the rough lemurs? That's incorrect. The correct answer is pine marten. Right, this question has choices. Which animal lives in the wetland areas and rivers of Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming? Muskox or beavers?
Beers.
That is correct.
Afghanistan and Azerbaijan are the only countries that begin but don't end with the letter A. It's weird, but true. These countries are located on which continent that is crossed by the Hindu Kush?
Africa.
That is incorrect, it's Asia. Kinkajous can twist their hind feet backward to climb trees. Kinkajous live along the Amazon River on which continent? Incorrect, it is South America. Gorillas burp when they're happy. Western lowland gorillas live in the Congo River Basin on which continent?
South Africa. Not South Africa. I didn't mean to say South.
It's incorrect, it's just Africa. Deep fried tarantulas are a popular snack in Cambodia. Cambodia borders the Gulf of Thailand on which continent?
Asia.
Correct.
Try that.
You can ride a Ferris wheel in you can ride a Ferris wheel underground in Romania. Romania is located on which continent that is crossed by the Danube River?
Europe.
Correct. Ostriches can swim, but they can't fly. These birds can be found in the Sahel region and Kalahari Desert. On which continent?
Australia.
Incorrect, it's Africa. It doesn't rain in the eye of a hurricane. Hurricanes often make landfall along the Gulf of Mexico. On which continent?
North America.
Correct. At a restaurant in Taiwan, the tables, chairs, dishes, and decorations are made of cardboard. Taiwan is an island located off the coast of which continent that is crossed by the Yangtze River?
Asia.
That is correct. Canada has more donut shops per person than any other country. Canada is located on which continent?
North America.
Correct. The tiny country of Liechtenstein is the world's largest producer of false teeth and sausage casings. Liechtenstein is located on which continent that is crossed by the Alps?
Europe.
Correct. A restaurant in Budapest, Hungary offers nearly 2,000 items on its menu. This city is located on which continent that includes the Balkan Peninsula?
Europe.
Correct. Surgeons sometimes use sea coral to replace human bone. The world's largest coral reef system, the Great Barrier Reef, is located off the coast of which continent?
Australia.
Correct. The scarlet ibis gets its color from the red crab it eats. This bird lives along the coast of Venezuela and Colombia. On which continent?
South America.
Correct. A company in England created cheese-scented perfume. England is located on the island of Great Britain off the coast of which continent?
Europe.
Correct. Tasmanian devils sometimes sneeze to challenge other devils to a fight. These marsupials are found on the island state of Tasmania. On which continent?
Asia.
Incorrect, it is Australia. Some jellyfish glow. The comb jellyfish can be found in the Weddell Sea near the Rhone ice shelf. On which continent?
Antarctica.
Correct. Rhino horns are made of the same substance as human fingernails. The black rhinoceros lives in Kenya and other countries on which continent that includes Lake Victoria?
Africa.
Correct. A giant anteater is 6 feet long, yet its mouth is small as a grape. Giant anteaters live in the Pantanal and Llanos regions on which continent? Incorrect, it is South America. The Statue of Liberty's torch sways up to 5 inches in the wind. This statue is located in Upper New York Bay off the coast of which continent?
North America.
Correct. Penguin droppings can be pink. This pink color comes from the diet of the Adelie penguins, which live near the Ross Sea on which continent?
Antarctica.
Correct. Norway faced a nationwide butter shortage in 2011. Norway is located on which continent that borders the North Sea?
Europe.
Correct.
This question does have choices. Some of the world's tallest mountains are located in which Asian country? Israel or Nepal? That is correct. This question does have choices. What is the largest island by area in the Caribbean Sea? Cuba or Jamaica?
Cuba.
That is correct. This question does have choices. Which country, located on the island of Hispaniola, has the oldest European settlement in the Americas? Dominican Republic or Grenada?
Dominican Republic.
That is correct. This question does have choices. Which country has the largest Spanish-speaking population in the world? Mexico or Colombia?
Colombia. Oh, it's Mexico. Sorry.
Sorry, we have to go with your first answer. Correct answer is Mexico. This question does have choices. Which country has the highest population density in Asia? Singapore or North Korea?
North Korea.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Singapore. This question does have choices. Mont-Cenis Tunnel, the first railroad tunnel built through the Alps, connects France to which other country? Italy or Spain?
Italy.
That is correct. This question does have choices. The Danube River, which passes through or borders more countries than any other river in the world, has its headwaters in which country? Germany or Latvia?
Germany.
That is correct. This question does have choices. No, it does not. This question does not have choices. Africa's most industrialized country is bordered by both the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Name this country.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I may. Africa's most industrialized country is bordered by both the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Name this country. The correct answer is South Africa. This question does have choices. Which country is Africa's largest by area? Algeria or Malawi?
Algeria.
Algeria is correct. This question does have choices. Which country has one of the longest life expectancies in the world? Bolivia or Japan?
Japan.
That is correct. This question does have choices. Keshem, the largest island in the Persian Gulf, is part of which country? Iran or Jordan?
Can you repeat the question?
certainly can. Keshem, the largest island in the Persian Gulf, is part of which country? Iran or Jordan?
Jordan.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Iran. This question does have choices. Jebel Toubkal, the highest peak in the Atlas Mountains, is located in which country? Benin or Morocco?
Benin.
The correct answer is Morocco. Now I'm going to exit the building at this time.
This question does have choices. Mount Logan, the second highest peak in North America, is found in which country? Canada or Guatemala?
Guatemala.
That's incorrect. The correct answer is Canada. This question does have choices. Which European country has the greatest number of active volcanoes? Iceland or Malta?
Malta.
That's incorrect. The correct answer is Iceland. This question does have choices. Ooh, you're not there, sorry. It will still have choices when you get there, though. This question does have choices. One of the longest causeways in the world, approximately 15 miles long, connects Saudi Arabia to which Persian Gulf country? Bahrain or Kuwait?
What?
Would you like me to repeat the question?
Sorry, yes.
Okay. One of the longest causeways in the world, approximately 15 miles long, connects Saudi Arabia to which Persian Gulf country? Bahrain or Kuwait? That is correct. This question does have choices. Arica, one of the driest cities in the world, is located in the Atacama Desert in which country? Chile or Guyana?
Chile.
That is correct. This question does have choices. The Kalahari, one of the world's largest deserts, covers much of which country? Botswana or Niger?
Niger.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Botswana. This question does have choices. Which country is the world's largest island country? Sri Lanka or Madagascar?
Madagascar.
The category is called Odd One Out, and I do believe all of these have choices. If they don't, I'll tell you. All right. Which country does not border the Adriatic Sea? Germany, Italy, or Croatia?
Croatia.
That is incorrect. It is Germany. Which country does not border the Atlantic Ocean? Mauritania, Cameroon, or Tanzania? Yes, Mauritania, Cameroon, or Tanzania or Tanzania?
Tanzania.
That is correct. Which country does not have more than one official language? The United Arab Emirates, Switzerland, or Afghanistan?
Afghanistan.
Incorrect. It's the United Arab Emirates. Which country does not have ports on both the Pacific and the Caribbean Sea? Panama, Belize, or Nicaragua?
Nicaragua.
Incorrect. It is Belize. Which country does not border the North Sea? Ireland, Denmark, or Germany?
Germany.
Incorrect, it is Ireland. Which country is not partially located on a peninsula? Italy, Malaysia, or Bhutan?
Bhutan?
Correct. Which country does not have a Romance language as its official language? Turkey, Romania, or Portugal?
Do you repeat the answers?
Turkey, Romania, Portugal.
Romania.
Incorrect, it's Turkey. Which country does not border Lake Victoria? Tanzania, Uganda, or Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Correct. Which country is not crossed by the Tropic of Capricorn? Brazil, Egypt, or Australia? Egypt. Correct. Which country is not landlocked? Papua New Guinea, Mali, or Belarus? Incorrect, it is Papua New Guinea. Which country is not located near the Tsushima Current? Japan, South Korea, or Indonesia? Correct. Which country does not have a border along the Red Sea? Egypt, Syria, or Eritrea?
Egypt.
Incorrect, it is Syria. Which country does not border the Indian Ocean? Tanzania, Indonesia, or Uzbekistan?
Uzbekistan.
Correct.
And that ends round 6.
This does not have choices. Sorry. You can fish for black piranha, which has the most powerful bite of any living fish species in the Rewa River. This river is located in which small South American country west of Suriname? Suriname.
Brazil?
That is incorrect. Guyana is the correct answer. This does not have choices. Climb one of Europe's highest peaks, Mount Blanc. This mountain is located on the border between France, Switzerland, and which other country? Sorry, what?
Liechtenstein.
No, incorrect. The correct answer is Italy. This question does not have choices. Cavers can rappel into a cave filled with glowworms in an island country on the eastern side of the Tasman Sea. Name this country. Could you repeat the question? I can. Cavers can rappel into a cave filled with glowworms in an island country on the eastern side of the Tasman Sea. Name this country. question does not have choices. You can float in one of the world's saltiest bodies of water, the Dead Sea. This sea lies on the western border of which country that borders Saudi Arabia?
I don't know.
The correct answer is Jordan. This question does not have choices. You can hover above a lake of molten lava in a helicopter in the Afar region, in which African country south of Eritrea?
What was the question again?
You can hover above a lake of molten lava in a helicopter in the Afar region, in which African country south of Eritrea?
I don't know.
Ethiopia. This question does not have choices. You can whiz along one of the world's longest series of zip lines in the Snowdonia Mountains in Wales, in which European country? It is the United Kingdom. Yeah, that's correct, the United Kingdom. This question does not have choices. Kite surfers flock to windy beaches near the Strait of Gibraltar in which European country on the Iberian Peninsula? Spain. This question does not have choices. For an energy boost, visitors plunge into ice holes in frozen lakes in a country with Helsinki as its capital. Name this European country.
Netherlands?
Incorrect. The correct answer is Finland.
Okay, this does have choices.
Okay.
The San Andreas Fault is located in which state? California or Washington?
California.
Correct. The Appalachian Mountains pass through which state? Tennessee or Oklahoma? Incorrect, it is Tennessee. This does not have choices. Syracuse and Buffalo are cities in which state that borders Pennsylvania?
New York.
Correct.
This question does have choices. Lansing and Grand Rapids are cities located in which state? California or Michigan?
Michigan.
Correct. This question does have choices. Which state is predominantly covered in grassland? South Dakota or Utah?
Utah.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is South Dakota.
You have to answer one more question.
Oh, really? Okay. All right, well. Let's do this.
This question does have choices. Boise is located north of the Snake River in which state? Idaho or Colorado?
Colorado.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Idaho.
Say what the states.
This does not have choices. Which state that borders Connecticut is the smallest state in the U.S.?
Rhode Island.
Nailed it. Yeah, it's Rhode Island.
Boston answered this.
This does not have choices. The Great Salt Lake is located in which state that borders Idaho?
I'm gonna guess Wyoming.
Incorrect. The correct answer is Utah. Yeah, you can stay. He's not out, is he?
No, you're still in them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You could have got them, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, I was really confused.
All right, this question does have choices. Which state has a longer border with Canada? North Dakota or Vermont?
North Dakota.
Correct.
All right. Dylan, you are our winner. Did I have everybody back on stage? Right, would you get back into your seat right now? Because I want you to put your number down on the seat. And then when your name is called, please come forward and get your certificate. And all right, listen, Ellie. No. When you get a certificate or any award, you take it with your left hand and underneath that you shake with your right, okay? This is really important myself because I have a feeling that you all are going to win a lot of awards in your life. All right, so ladies.
Hunter Davis. Allie Norman. Braden Chapman. Emma Meert. Austin Hendrickson. Spencer Quinones. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Jasmine Gonzalez. Davis Wilbur. Jesse Ferguson. John Michael Hoots. Whit Chivers. Emily Sullivan. William Cozen. Ethan Stewart. Alex Bush. Lila McCoy. Ava Gustav. Riley Allison. Jackson Metz. Sam Fuller. Caden Brown. Amari Strong. Good job. Tyler Clark. Kelsey Gossage. Anakin King. Courtney Bird. Jack Matthews. You can have this high five. And our big winner, Dylan Guardo.